In this lesson, we're going to discuss the comparative and the superlative. I'm going to start with three versions of the comparative. Let's look at the first one. Roberto es más alto que Ramón, or yo soy menos inteligente que Albert Einstein. Okay. This is bigger, better, or less something than the other thing. In English, the basic comparison is this room is bigger than the other one, the ER version, or it is more big than the other one, or maybe more red, you would say. In this case, you have the basic comparison here. I'm comparing intelligence and height, and it's more tall than and less intelligent than. This is a basic sense of comparison: bigger, smaller, better, more something or less something. And so that is the first level of comparison. Más or menos something que. Más alto que or menos inteligente que. And any adjective could go in the middle to say more something or less something than whatever you're comparing it to. Now in the second unit that I have here, I have Little Rock no es tan grande como Memphis, and álgebra es tan difícil como química. Little Rock is not as big as, so the tan here is like a as, and the como is like a as. Little Rock is not as big as Memphis. Or algebra is as difficult as chemistry. As hard as. So you have tan, blank, como, with some adjective going between the tan and the como, and it's literally something like this. Little Rock is not so big like Memphis. Algebra is so hard like chemistry. That's what it's literally saying. But to compare it with the English, it would be as big as or as hard as. So that's the second level of comparison. We had bigger, better, more small, and then as blank as. Now, we have as many or as much as in this last set of comparisons. UA tiene tantos estudiantes como UT. Let's say University of Arkansas, Arizona, whatever the U of A would be, has as many students as UT, whoever that is, Texas, Tennessee, wherever. I do not have as much money as Bill Gates. Notice that tanto now has just the O, where up there it had the OS, because we had a masculine plural word. Here I'm talking about money. Notice that when it's in one of these singular forms, it's as much instead of as many. I do not have as much money as Bill Gates. The next one. La botella no tiene tanta leche como el vaso. The bottle does not have as much milk as the glass. Here the word milk is feminine, so if I want to say as much milk, I have to have the feminine singular word for as much to match milk's gender and number. La botella no tiene tanta leche como el vaso. The bottle does not have as much milk as the glass. Esta silla, the last one, esta silla tiene tanta silla como las otras. This chair has as many chairs as the others. Okay. As many chairs as. Notice again it's feminine plural to match sillas. And when it's in the plural form, it's as many students, as many chairs, whereas when it's in the singular form, as much money or as much milk as the others. Now, this is similar to the one above. Tan means so and como means like. So for example, this first one really is saying UA has so many students like UT. And the second one is really saying I do not have so much money like Bill Gates. But even though that's literally what they're saying, it gets translated something like, usually, I do not have as much money as Bill Gates. So again, this is the third level. We have the base comparison, bigger, better, more red, more small, whatever. And then we have the as much, as blank as, and then we have as much or as many as here in this third set. And these are the three basic comparison forms that you'll need to know. Okay, now let's discuss the superlative. The basic superlative form takes the comparative form and puts a definite article before it to make it superlative. More tall is taller, but el más alto is the tallest. And the only thing that changes it from taller to tallest is the word for the. La menos cara, the least expensive. Menos cara is less expensive, but la menos cara is the least expensive. And the only difference between this and less expensive is the definite article la. La menos cara, the least expensive. So basically the superlative is a comparative form with a word for the stuck in front of it. El más alto, the tallest. La menos cara, the least expensive. Okay. Now there are a couple of other vocabulary words that also come into play here. I have two basic comparative words, mayor and menor. Older, younger. El mayor then would be the oldest. El menor would be the oldest. You'll also see words like mejor or peor, M-E-J-O-R, which means better. And el mejor would be the best. And peor is worse. El peor would be the worst. So again, we've studied the comparative, and to get from the comparative to the superlative, you basically take the base form of the comparative and put a definite article in.